Good morning, Germany.
Good morning, England.
Good morning, London.
This is like the Michael and Michael show. Is it Michael and Michael?
Yeah, but it's not the show.
I'm in London today. Actually, and strangely, I'm traveling to Norway later today. I was just telling Michael that. But you guys say you can. I'm joined by Michael Schramm and Michael Bang from Theatre Mummpitz in Nuremberg in Germany. They were one of the partners for I Will Be Everything. It's a big European Union project that we almost managed to finish last year. Just about almost got to the end of it before we were shut down by the coronavirus lockdown. But I suppose that, people might be interested to find out just how the situation is in Germany at the moment for people making family theatre, children's theatre, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we are in lockdown now since November. That means nearly 3 months. It's for a theater, it's very serious. We could not play, we could not act. The theater is closed, and we try to be most of the members of the theater to be at home, like the corona rules. It's allowed to work. It's also allowed to rehearse in these times, but into account of the hygiene measures, and so we care not to be infected of the.
Of the virus, yeah. Did you manage to do? You guys do normally quite a big run of a show over Christmas, don't you? Did you manage to do any of that, or how did that happen? How did that work?
We made a shorter digital version, but more as a gift for the pupils who had no opportunity to watch the real show. Yeah. We made a 30-minute version out of that from our material. Yeah.
I saw that actually. Yeah, great. It was great.
With bad quality and with very bad actors, but
I wasn't going to say anything about the acting, but
but with hopefully with a lot of fun. No, we had a premiere with the show in October, and for us it was possible to play it 18 times, and then in the beginning of November everything was cancelled.
I think the main problem is a little bit that the politics, they keep on working in kind of 2 or 3 weeks in advance. That makes every planning quite complicated. Generally, it's understandable, but of course for plannings for an institution, for a theater, it's a big mess. Because
I think that's quite interesting, because I think that the people in England certainly would have the same frustration. That it feels like the government is working in very short horizons and doesn't want to give bad news or bad messages.
No, I think they try to react to the incidences in regions, so not to regard Germany in an overview, but to have little possibilities to correct something. But in the moment, it's not a lot of things to be corrected.
Well, we had the hilarious situation here where the government was saying, the schools will open, and the schools opened after Christmas, and on that day they said the schools have to close. So the schools here opened for a day and closed. It was completely bemusing, and maybe the situation changed and they had to do it, but it feels like everybody. It's actually, I realized we've also been working with this guidance on hygiene and how to work safely where possible, and you realize that nobody really has a big handle on what's going to happen and how things will fall out.
And the things everything what has to do with schools is of course very interesting for us as a theater for young audience. I mean, there are time options where theaters are closed, but work with schools is possible. Mm-hmm. So we try to jump in this opportunity.
And how do you guys feel? I mean, like there's obviously the practical and the technical, what's allowed and what's not allowed. But how do you feel about how do you feel as artists? Like, your creativity, your prospects. Has it been a time to how do you feel about this time?
Sometimes it's very frustrated. So we have to be very patient and with the situation change all the time. And we try to find some things where we can work, for example, to make music and prepare music, or also to prepare a little bit for when we will reopen the theater, prepare some things for shows, or even to go out to play on the streets or in courtyards and gardens. So we did this last year, and
yeah,
maybe
so you guys did that. That looked amazing. So what was that about? That was the project where you went and could play in like the courtyard of a building, or how was that?
Yeah, we had an old bicycle with where you can transport many things. So with a small stage on it, and with for music instruments, we have some stories. And the idea is a little bit like the 20s from the last century, when the how is the name? Where the people come to the courtyards and tell the stories. They sing ballads and stories, and this was the idea a little bit to prepare the autumn show. We deal with the story of the play of Bert Brecht, the Drei-Groschen-Oper.
Yeah.
And for this, we told it Drei-Groschen music, 3-penny music. So it's very cheap. The people can give what they like to give. So it's not a fixed price. And this was big fun. And I think we will do it in the beginning of the summer again, because it's more easy to go out than to have the idea to play inside.
And I think the enormous difference to similar projects is that we search for a real reason why we are going to these places. That means somebody has birthday, for example, or whatever. So we try to find a direct contact to one of the persons in the audience, and then they, of course, they are not alone, but they are together with a couple of people living nearby.
Yeah.
We try to combine the stories with a concrete reason.
Yeah.
Really personal reason. So
and what did people do? Phoned up the theatre and said, "Can you come? Can you come and do your show?" Yeah, that's nice.
I'm sorry, but I have to go to the next Zoom meeting. These days.
But maybe we're out of time now anyway. I'll stop recording anyway, because it's long. But it is I suppose it's something just to hear from people. All right, bye, Michael.